I don't know why I feel so good today. Like, I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. Why. But I feel, dude, I'm in a better mood right now than I have been in a long, long time.
I get it.
What?
Because Sam's not here.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That could be it.
Yep, that's it.
He's on his way from Pittsburgh. He did a wrestling thing. That's why I refer to Sam's. That's the gig he'll probably leave this one for. It's a huge gig. And I refer to it as a wrestling thing. But, happy Monday. I'm very, very tired. I didn't sleep well all last night because I wound up, I did Skankfest this weekend. Lewis and Dave and Jay. I don't know who else puts that together for those guys. They have Rebecca helps produce it. Man, that's a real event. I don't know if you guys.
It's really taken off.
It's great.
Yeah.
They have. I don't know how many comedians. But I know Attell was there. Artie Lang, myself. The arrogance of me just to name us three, but Big J and Dan did fucking the bonfire. Of course, Lewis and Dave did stuff. Red Band was there. Dan Soder.
The list is huge.
Yeah, Bonnie and Rich. So it was really great. I wound up doing Saturday and Sunday. It was mobbed. Again, the building is just mobbed. They're not selling tickets to individual shows. They're selling tickets to the entire thing. And I ate like a pig in the green room. Oh, Colin, of course. So I wound up doing my show Saturday, and it's good. And then I go back last night, and before I go on, they come up and they tell me, hey, look, we're doing a Tough Crowd reunion show after this. Like, no one knew about it. Colin knew about it, but I don't think Rich or Bobby or any of those guys were told before yesterday. So they pushed it back a little bit because my show is conflicting with it, so they pushed it back about 45 minutes. And they wanted to just do it, because Colin we've been talking about it for years, but Colin has always said no to any ideas that have come forward. I guess just it wasn't the right idea, or it didn't feel right, or it felt too, it just didn't feel like the right thing to do. So downstairs, it was a secret show. They, I think about 100, 150 people could fit in the room. I think we should have done it upstairs in the bigger room because it was really packed. And we just did, a reunion show. It was really, we got the topics like right before they told us the topics. With Tough Crowd, we used to find out the night before. This wasn't much different, except, we just found out, at 20 minutes before what we were going to be talking about. So there was no time to write stuff. But we opened up, it was weird to walk on and see that logo on a TV screen. We walked in and it was quite a reception. Colin walked in first, and then, of course, Bobby, myself, Keith, and Voss. And it was on the monitor. They didn't play the theme song, or at least I didn't hear the old theme song. And we talked about Nick getting fired from Sirius. Colin set it up and said, this is what the first topic will be. And then, of course, I go, yeah, well, the company worries whenever you talk about a shooting. And then Colin fucking yells at me for making an obvious point. It's like, well, you wanted to discuss it, stupid. Like, literally nothing changed.
Were you towing the company line?
No, well, But I was saying that, companies panic these days. They do. Companies fucking panic. So it just, we got nothing done in that first segment. And then we did two other ones. One was Size Me Up, which was when a person would come and we would try to guess their name, where they were from, and their job. And we had three people that we would do. And then we would, if somebody had a problem, they would kind of, we would fix somebody. The segments were really fun. It was more fun just ripping on each other, I guess.
How long was the entire thing?
An hour.
Oh.
It lasted an hour because we were just kind of talking and shitting on each other and going back and forth. But it was very, very free flowing, and it felt really, really good.
That's great. And what a great group of people. Like, I mean, those are the four that have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, well, Nick DiPaolo, I think wasn't available for whatever reason, but it really would have been great with Nick there because Nick was one of the core members. We did not record it. No.
Mike's not on.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I know. I'm not used to the big boy chair anymore. Sorry. What were you saying, Troy?
Was it recorded?
No, we didn't record it. They said there was going to be no tape of it at all. I taped 3 seconds, and Bobby taped the walkout. But it was really funny, man.
That's good. Sometimes it should be like that. Sometimes it should be for the people that were there and just enjoy that moment.
Yeah, and that's what it was. And I wound up getting home pretty late just because I did this after my show. But it's so comfortable sitting with those guys. Like sitting with those four and just whatever you're talking about, you're talking about. If you joke bombs, your joke bombs. There was no pressure to get a laugh because you knew if a joke fucking bombed, Voss and Bobby, Keith and Colin were just going to attack me for it. Like, I knew there was something. It's like being in a band, like being on a panel with guys like that you're so comfortable with. You know you kind of have each other. Even in a bomb, something is going to get a laugh, even if it's them killing you for your shit joke. So it made me miss Greg and Patrice a lot. Like, it was really emotional. Like, we went backstage after, and I was surprisingly, everybody was kind of quiet, and it just felt really good. And we were all just like, wow, that felt really fucking good. Like, to do that. You know, and Zach Amico came back, and it was really weird. He whispered to Bobby before the show. He goes, "Can I get a picture with all you guys together?" Like, he wanted, like, we're all friends with Zach. But I guess because it was that show, and Louis J. Gomez came back and was really, it's very hard to say this, but Louis was very sweet, which is really something. I don't think anybody's ever said that. But he was talking about the show and what the show had meant to him as a comic, and I realized that too. Like, a lot of comics over the years have said really, really nice things about that show. So when you hear that from comedians, it kind of feels better than, I don't know. That's, to me, the greatest compliment you can get is from other comics.
So the crowd didn't know going in.
They may have known right before they went down. I know there was a show that was very limited, and it was packed before we walked in. I mean, they said that they should have done it upstairs in the bigger room. I think they had something else to do. So that was really nice. I would love to do more of those. And, you know, again, every time something like this comes up, we're like, yeah, we got to do more. But I do think that we should go out and do a couple of live ones. I texted Colin last night. He must not have read his texts. Haven't heard back yet. Fucking Colin.
Or he just hates the idea.
No, but he can't. He had fun. No, Colin loved it, man. And after...
That's good that he had fun, though, because, like you said, he's been kind of, you know, wishy-washy on ever doing it.
No, he wanted to do it again, but he wanted it... The networks were saying no. And he'll only do it under the circumstances where we can do Tough Crowd like it's Tough Crowd.
No, but there have been options to, like, do this in this type of setting before.
A live one, yeah, but I guess it's just hard to get all the comedians together, to get everybody booked, get everybody's schedule. But I think if we did a few of these, we could really make it work. And there's got to be a place to do it. Especially these days, where this would kind of be a pushback to what's been happening as far as when you look at what's happening with everybody being PC. I mean, Scarlett Johansson dropped out of her fucking movie playing a trans man because of blowback. Like, now actors can't play certain roles. You know, if you're going to play a Hawaiian, you have to be Hawaiian, you know. I mean, it's crazy. When Scarlett Johansson has to drop out of a movie, it's like, do people not realize she's a huge name?
She's going to get the story out.
She's going to get the fucking story out. How many trans men, or even trans women besides Laverne Cox? There's a few, but how many are box office draws like Scarlett Johansson? You know, part of being in a movie is making money for the movie, is getting people to see the movie. And one thing that would get people to hear this, is this a true story that they're going to tell?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things that might help people, like if you're going to play a basketball player, do you have to be a certain height? And I know they're going to say, yeah, well, trans men are underrepresented in Hollywood. All right, fine. How do you fucking balance this? When she has to drop out of a project, if you were the person who this story is about, I don't know anything about the person, if they're alive or dead, I know nothing about them. Wouldn't you want somebody famous playing you to get your story out there so people come see the fucking movie? Anyway, that's the type of PC shit that doing Tough Crowd now would feel like it's a pushback against. So, again, I would love to do it again. I know that Keith would love to do it again. Bobby and Voss. I'm sure Nick would do it, too. Maybe he didn't want to come down for that. Or maybe he was doing something. He may have had a gig. I know Colin made fun of him immediately. But I kind of wish DePaulo was there, because he was such an important part of that show. And with everything being so PC now, and everything being so, you know, I know Sacha Baron Cohen's show premiered last night. I didn't see it just because I got home later. Well, I didn't know it was on during the day.